Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Right now, the tension is increasing both for Labour Party and Peter Obi himself. Don't forget that as of yesterday, there was a court order that the national president of Labour Party or national chairman of Labour Party should stop parading himself as the national chairman. I think on board with the secretary and two other members. So there's already internal crisis. Apart from that, Peter Obi is getting it so hot right now. Getting allegation here, treason allegation is coming, and people at the background, the likes of Rena Mokri and FFK, all of them, Kiyamo, they are on the guy heavily. And David Hundeyin, who is a key journalist, personal journalist, a kind of or independent journalist who has been supporting Labour Party presidential aspirant, has sent him a message over the issue of going on exile. Apart from that, one of Nigeria's finest religious leader have also sent him a message, not just him alone, but the entirety of Obidient, that they should not relent in their prayer. We're going to be looking at that and also the next move that has been taken by Labour Party to ensure that Julius Abure, the national chairman of the party, is reinstated again. They also want to go through the judicial process. Now, let's look at the news one after the other. According to the news, amidst pressure on Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, to flee Nigeria and go into exile, journalist David Hundeyin has said the former Anambra State governor will never bow to intimidation. It has been reported that Hundeyin, who is a top campaigner of the Labour Party candidate, said the treason allegation against Obi by the ruling All Progressive Congress is mere nonsense. According to him, he said Peter Obi is not leaving Nigeria. Not today, not ever. Those who are trying to push nonsensical narratives like treason should find better use for their time. He is part of an ongoing court process and his safety must be guaranteed by the government. Go to court, Hundeyin wrote. On Wednesday, the Labour Party raised the alarm over the continued pressure from concerned Nigerians and family members of Obi to flee the country for his own safety. The party expressed worry over alleged plan by agents of the APC and some security agencies to arrest him on false charge of inciting insurrection in the country. Meanwhile, in a related development, Father Kelvin Ugu, a Nigerian missionary priest working in Gambia, has called on the supporters of Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi to always keep him in their prayers. The cleric said they should stand by him, insisting Obi has proven he could be trusted. His statement is coming on the heels of the federal government accusation against Obi of inciting violence over the outcome of the February 25th poll, saying it is treasonable. Although in the fresh controversy of leaked audio of an alleged conversation between him and the founder of Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo. However, Obi, in a statement he personally signed on Wednesday, described the audio as fake. He further raised an alarm that immense pressure was being mounted on him to leave the country. Meanwhile, Father Kelvin, in a statement via his Facebook page on Thursday, said the forces against Obi could be likened to what Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12 described as principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. In his writing, I quote, he said, always keep Peter Obi in your prayers. The forces against him are what Ephesians 6 verse 12 describe as principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. These people are malicious and evil and are ready to sacrifice anything or anyone if they can arrange fake priests and bishops in a broad daylight when it is strictly not called for. There is nothing they cannot do. I suggest that at all times we should stand by Mr. Peter Obi. He has proven again and again that he can be trusted. And even if you don't trust him 100%, the other options are far from being options. May God bless you all who keep standing for the truth. Nothing should distract you. Pray, and when there is a need to put anyone in his or her place, do so intelligently. Meanwhile, in another development, a state high court sitting in Benin, Edo State capital, has restrained the Labour Party and all its members from any suspension or purported suspension of its national officers till the determination of a motion on notice. A statement made available to newsmen and signed by the National Secretary of the Labour Party, Alhaji Umar Farouk, said the party's lawyer, G.C. Ibokwe, senior advocate of Nigeria, confirmed to journalists that he has gotten a high court order that status quo be maintained and no action which may result in the suspension of any national officer of the party be taken. According to the senior advocate, our attention has been drawn to a later order purportedly from another court of equal jurisdiction restraining my client. Of course, such order is of no consequence and will have no effect until after the determination of the motion on notice. Recall that the entire leadership of Labour Party in Edo State, including the state, local government and ward executive, on Monday had passed a vote of confidence on Abure, who was allegedly suspended by a factional group of the party. The party recalled that some groups who claim to be Ward 3 executives of the party in Edo State, led by the ward chairman Martin Osibinin, had earlier announced the suspension of the LP national chairman. However, in a solidarity visit to Barrister Abure at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja, this chapter said the Osibinin faction are known to the party and are working for the opposition political party. Mr. Kelly Ogbaloi, chairman of the Edo State chapter of the party, while addressing newsmen, said that the constitution of the party did not empower any group or party members to suspend a national officer. Ogbalo said that since Abure was elected by the National Convention, impostors who are not registered party members cannot suspend him, so their action is out of ignorance. Those who did it don't even understand the message they were asked to deliver. No date has been fixed for hearing on the matter. In so much things are happening in Labour Party, and they're trying to fight it off, and one of the things I've noticed is Peter Obi seems not to lack people who are dragging all these impostors to ring, to give them their own punches. You understand? Yesterday I saw what happened between Kenny Okonkwo giving a knock to FFK, and also Lai Mohammed, who came out strong against Peter Obi, talking about treasonable felony on the part of Peter Obi. We also saw how Afenifere also dragged him to the ring and taught him some quality lesson. I mean, all is going well, but the issue of Exile for me, just like Hundeyin has rightly stated, is out of place. It's something that must not even be considered. Reason being that there is a court case that he's pursuing right now. If at the end of the day he's not successful, then he can possibly leave the shores of Nigeria. But as long as the court case is still there, I don't think that Peter Obi should consider leaving the country, no matter the pressure from the family front. That's where we like to leave it. Go to our comment.